The massive stellar nutrition platform hummed with a constant mechanical rhythm, its endless corridors filled with pipes, processing units, and thousands of food technicians like Jae-sung. He wasn't exceptional, just another worker in the enormous, cosmic food production system that fed millions of species across multiple galaxies. Jae-sung's workstation was a marvel of technological precision. Holographic displays flickered with nutritional data, while robotic arms moved ingredients with mathematical accuracy. Around him, alien colleagues from various planets worked silently, their multi-limbed bodies moving in synchronized efficiency. His latest assignment involved creating standardized nutrition packets for the Andromeda Trade Federation, a challenging contract that required absolute precision. Each packet needed to meet exact nutritional requirements for at least 17 different species, ranging from silicon-based life forms to energy-consuming plasma entities. A small notification blinked. On his personal console, an incoming data packet marked unclassified Earth culinary systems. Most workers would have ignored it, but something about the encrypted file caught Jae-sung's curiosity. He hesitated, knowing unauthorized data access could cost him his job. The platform itself was a marvel of engineering, a circular structure, rotating slowly in deep space, with transparent sections revealing endless starry backgrounds. Massive cooling systems maintained perfect temperature, while gravitational stabilizers ensured smooth operations across different planetary gravities. Nearby, maintenance robots zipped through corridors, repairing microscopic damages and running continuous diagnostics. Some looked like sleek metallic spiders, while others resembled floating orbs with multiple manipulation arms. Their constant movement created a mesmerizing dance of technological efficiency. Jae-sung's hand hovered over the data access button. The unclassified file seemed to pulse with an inviting energy, promising something different from his monotonous daily routine. Years of following strict protocols battled against an emerging sense of adventure. Just then, his supervisor, a towering tentacled administrator from the Krellin system, passed by, casting a suspicious glance. The moment felt like a silent challenge, daring Jae-sung to break his predictable pattern. With a quick motion that surprised even himself, Jae-sung downloaded the file. The system briefly flickered, a warning sign that went unnoticed amidst the platform's constant technological symphony. Little did he know, this single moment of curiosity would transform his entire existence. The Earth culinary data contained more than just recipes. It carried a revolutionary perspective about food that would challenge everything he understood about nutrition. The station's ambient sounds, a mix of humming machinery, distant communication, signals and soft mechanical breathing of various alien life support systems, continued uninterrupted. No one suspected the small revolution brewing in Jae-sung's workstation. His fingers trembled slightly as initial data streams began revealing something extraordinary. These weren't just recipes, they were stories, emotions, cultural experiences wrapped in flavors and cooking techniques. Each recipe seemed like a window into a completely different universe of culinary understanding. Robotic assistants continued their precise movements around him, sorting ingredients, processing nutrient compounds, completely unaware that one of their human operators was about to embark on an unprecedented journey of gastronomic discovery. The nutrition platform stretched kilometers in every direction, a testament to interstellar engineering. Thousands of food technicians worked in various sections, each responsible for a specific aspect of cosmic nutrition. Jae-sung was just one among millions, yet he was about to become something more. As the first images of human dishes appeared on his screen, colorful, chaotic, seemingly illogical compared to his precise nutritional calculations, something unprecedented happened. Jae-sung's heart rate increased, his pupils dilated. Something within him was changing. The Earth culinary file continued downloading, each second revealing more fascinating details. Pizzas with multiple toppings, complex spice combinations, emotional connections to meals, concepts completely alien to his current understanding of food as mere nutritional fuel. A small smile began forming on Jae-sung's face, something rare, In the sterile, controlled environment of the nutrition platform, his colleagues wouldn't understand, but he was experiencing something revolutionary. His journey was about to begin. Atmospheric background sounds, distant mechanical hums, soft technological pulses, occasional communication beeps. The sterile environment of Jae-sung's quarters transformed into a hidden culinary laboratory as night cycles descended on the nutrition platform. Soft blue ambient lighting created an almost magical atmosphere, while holographic displays flickered with stolen Earth recipe databases. First came pizza, a revelation that shattered everything Jae-sung understood about food. Each digital image seemed to pulse with impossible colors and textures. Melted cheese stretched like golden threads, tomato sauce swirled with complex molecular patterns that defied his scientific training. The concept of flavor enjoyment suddenly felt revolutionary, unauthorized. Cooling units hummed quietly, maintaining perfect temperature for his experimental kitchen setup. Robotic arm assistants, typically used for precise nutrient measurements, now carefully arranged ingredients sourced from multiple station storage sections. His first attempt looked nothing like traditional nutrition protocols. Cheese bubbled, unpredictably. Dough expanded beyond calculated parameters. The aroma, something completely forbidden in standardized food production, began filling his compact living quarters. Nearby monitoring systems blinked warning signals. Unauthorized food production detected. Experimental cooking sequences initiated. Potential protocol violations imminent. Jae-sung's hands moved with increasing confidence. Years of technical precision translated unexpectedly into culinary creativity. Each movement calculated, yet somehow spontaneous. The robotic assistants watched, confused by his unconventional approaches. Distant space traffic moved outside his quarters' transparent walls. Massive cargo ships carrying exotic ingredients from thousands of planetary systems drifted silently. Asteroid mining vessels reflected distant starlight, creating a mesmerizing backdrop to his culinary revolution. The pizza prototype emerged, a chaotic masterpiece that looked nothing like standard nutrition packets. Crispy edges, uneven cheese distribution, completely irrational from a scientific perspective, yet strangely beautiful. Communication systems crackled. Distant station administrators began running preliminary investigation protocols. Jae-sung's unauthorized recipe experiments were generating significant digital interference. His first bite changed everything. Flavor explosions disrupted every scientific understanding he possessed. Taste receptors, previously calibrated for pure nutritional efficiency, suddenly awakened to complex sensory experiences. Sweet, salty, umami, combinations impossible within standard galactic nutritional guidelines. Robotic kitchen assistants recorded his physiological responses, heart rate increasing, neural pathways showing unprecedented activation patterns, dopamine releases tracking well above standard metabolic charts. The pizza wasn't just food, it was an experience. More recipes followed: hamburgers, tacos, sushi. Each dish represented a cultural narrative far beyond mere nutritional sustenance. Cooking became storytelling. Ingredients transformed into emotional languages. Station surveillance systems struggled to categorize his activities. Unauthorized food production protocols triggered. Preliminary investigation sequences initiated. Warning notifications multiplied exponentially. Jae-sung continued experimenting, completely absorbed. Traditional alien nutrition guidelines felt suddenly primitive. Humans had discovered something extraordinary: food as art, communication, emotional expression. Distant space communication channels buzzed with subtle interference. His culinary experiments were generating unexpected digital signatures that confused monitoring systems. Robotic assistants began showing signs of curiosity. Their programmed algorithms struggled to comprehend his unconventional cooking methods. Some units started recording his techniques, generating unprecedented learning sequences. The nutrition platform continued rotating through vast cosmic darkness, unaware that one food technician was about to challenge everything they understood about sustenance. Jae-sung's quarters had transformed. What once was a sterile living space now resembled a chaotic human kitchen. Ingredients scattered, experimental tools everywhere, digital recipe databases constantly updating. His physiological responses fascinated him. Each bite triggered memories he never knew existed. Emotions surfaced through flavors, cultural experiences compressed into singular moments of gustatory revelation. Something was changing, not just in his understanding of food, but in his entire perception of existence. The first revolution always begins with a single, unexpected moment, and for Jae-sung, that moment tasted like perfectly melted cheese. Background atmospheric sounds, soft mechanical hums, distant communication pulses, occasional robotic calibration beeps. The massive nutrition processing chamber buzzed with its usual mechanical rhythm. Rows of pristine production lines stretched endlessly, designed for absolute precision and efficiency. Jae-sung stood at his designated workstation, his hands trembling slightly, a hidden spark of rebellion burning beneath his standard-issue technician uniform. Today was different. The memories of human recipes danced in his mind, a culinary rebellion waiting to explode. Massive holographic displays tracked nutritional compounds. Robotic arms moved with mathematical precision, sorting ingredients into perfectly measured nutrient cubes. Alien supervisors watched from elevated platforms, their multiple eyes scanning every microscopic movement. Jae-sung's workstation began to deviate subtly. Instead of producing standard gray nutrition blocks, his hands started arranging ingredients with a dangerous creativity. A pinch of unauthorized spice here, an unexpected flavor combination there. The robotic assistants around him began to malfunction, confused by his unconventional approach. Warning lights flickered. Diagnostic systems started sending rapid alerts. Something was happening that defied every known nutritional protocol in the Galactic Federation. The cheeseburger took shape slowly, a monument to culinary rebellion. Ingredients that were never meant to meet began dancing together. Cheese melted in ways completely forbidden by standard food production guidelines. The aroma began to spread, a dangerous, intoxicating scent that challenged everything the nutrition platform understood about food. Nearby technicians noticed first. Their multi-sensory receptors picked up something unprecedented, the smell of actual cooking, the chaos of human-inspired cuisine. It was like a virus of creativity spreading through the sterile environment. Automated defense systems began to activate. Containment protocols initiated, but it was too late. Jae-sung's cheeseburger exploded, not violently but in a way that was far more dangerous. Flavor molecules dispersed through the entire processing chamber. Robotic assistants short-circuited. Holographic displays went haywire, showing impossible culinary configurations. His supervisor, a towering administrator from the Krellin system, approached with thunderous steps. Multiple tentacle-like appendages quivered with rage. This was more than a protocol violation. This was a full-scale culinary rebellion. What is this? The administrator's voice boomed through communication systems. Jae-sung held up the cheeseburger, a simple yet revolutionary object. It wasn't just food. It was a statement, a challenge to everything they believed about nutrition. Massive cooling systems began to malfunction. Ingredient processing lines ground to a halt. The entire nutrition platform seemed to hold its breath, waiting for what would happen next. Robotic security units deployed. Their metallic bodies moved with precision, designed to contain any potential disruption. But they couldn't contain an idea. They couldn't stop the revolution of flavor that Jae-sung had unleashed. Alarms blared. Red emergency lights painted everything in a dramatic glow. The nutrition platform, a marvel of galactic engineering, was under attack from something far more powerful than any weapon, a single cheeseburger. Jae-sung's colleagues watched in a mix of horror and fascination. Some robotic units began displaying unexpected behavior, scanning the cheeseburger, attempting to understand its complex composition. The Krellin supervisor's communication implant crackled with fury. Immediate termination of employment. Complete system reset. But Jae-sung was beyond their control now. The taste of human cuisine had awakened something unstoppable, a rebellion that couldn't be contained by standard protocols or nutritional guidelines. The nutrition platform shuddered. Massive gravitational stabilizers struggled to maintain balance. Ingredient processing lines twisted in impossible configurations. It was chaos, beautiful, flavorful chaos. In that moment, Jae-sung realized he had done more than create a cheeseburger. He had started a revolution. Robotic assistants began displaying impossible behaviors. Some started attempting to recreate the cheeseburger. Others seemed to be experiencing something close to curiosity. The platform's central computer struggled to process what was happening. Millions of calculation sequences collapsed. Standard nutritional protocols became meaningless. Jae-sung stood at the center of the storm, holding his cheeseburger like a weapon of mass deliciousness. The rebellion had begun. Atmospheric sounds, alarm klaxons, sparking electrical systems, distant mechanical grinding. The research vessel hummed with nervous energy, its compact frame sliding between massive asteroid fields like a silver fish navigating treacherous waters. Jae-sung's hands moved across navigation controls with a mixture of terror and exhilaration, knowing entire galactic systems were now hunting him. Stellar Nutrition Control's massive pursuit vessels looked like metallic predators, kilometer-long, ships equipped with advanced tracking systems and neutralization protocols. Their scanner beams cut through space like razor-sharp searchlights, hunting for one rebellious food technician. Emergency communication channels crackled with intercepted messages. Unauthorized vessel detected. Immediate return to nutrition platform required. The robotic voice carried zero emotion, pure mechanical instruction. Jae-sung's compact ship, barely larger than standard escape pods, carried something more valuable than any technological treasure: his personal database of human recipes. Hundreds of thousands of culinary secrets stolen from Earth's digital archives. External sensors showed multiple pursuit vectors. 3 massive control ships positioned themselves in potential intercept trajectories. Their quantum drive signatures created beautiful but deadly light patterns across the dark cosmic background. Small meteorite clusters became unexpected allies. Jae-sung's piloting skills, previously used only for routine maintenance procedures, now transformed into something extraordinary. Each asteroid became a potential shield, every random space rock a potential salvation. The ship's artificial intelligence began generating multiple escape scenarios. Probability calculations showed less than 0.03% chance of successful planetary entry. But probability meant nothing against human-inspired creativity. Pursuit vessels fired initial warning shots. Quantum energy pulses cut through surrounding space, creating beautiful but deadly light patterns. Each missed shot revealed increasing frustration from stellar nutrition control. Navigation systems showed Earth growing larger. A beautiful blue-green planet suspended in infinite darkness, promising freedom and culinary adventure. Something about its atmosphere carried an invitation, a challenge to everything Jae-sung understood about existence. Pursuit vessels increased. Attack intensity. Quantum cannons designed for precise molecular disruption began targeting specific ship sections. But Jae-sung's stolen vessel moved with unexpected agility, dancing between energy pulses like an impossible dream. Robotic tracking systems struggled. His ship's movement pattern defied standard computational models. Each navigation choice seemed randomly generated, making precise targeting impossible. One massive control vessel attempted direct quantum entanglement, a technological method of instantly stopping unauthorized movement. But something unexpected happened. Jae-sung's ship's quantum signature remained mysteriously unstable. Nearby asteroid fields provided unexpected cover. Massive space rocks, some larger than small planets, created complex navigation challenges. Pursuit vessels found themselves forced into complex maneuvering sequences, losing precious tracking moments. Earth's atmospheric entry became a beautiful dance of technological rebellion. Quantum shields fluctuated. External temperature rose dramatically. The entire vessel glowed like a falling star, carrying one passionate food technician and thousands of stolen recipes. Control vessels continued pursuit, but their massive size became a significant disadvantage. where they moved with calculated precision. Jae-sung's small ship twisted and turned with impossible grace. Communication systems continued broadcasting standard warnings. Unauthorized vessel. Immediate surrender required. Nutrition platform protocols in effect. But Jae-sung heard something else. The silent invitation of a planet that understood food as more than mere sustenance. A world where cooking was an art, a communication method, an emotional experience. Planetary entry sequence initiated. Massive friction created beautiful light patterns around the small vessel. Pursuit ships were forced to halt, unable to follow through Earth's complex atmospheric conditions. For the first time, Jae-sung allowed himself a smile. He wasn't just escaping. He was beginning something extraordinary. Earth waited, beautiful, mysterious, filled with culinary possibilities. The rebellion had found its new home. Atmospheric sounds, quantum energy pulses, distant mechanical communication, signals, rising atmospheric friction. The bustling street corner of downtown looked ordinary, but something magical was about to happen. Jae-sung's food truck, a converted research vessel disguised with brilliant metallic paint and custom Earth-style modifications, stood ready for its first culinary adventure. Morning sunlight glinted off custom-designed cooking equipment. Modified alien technology transformed into kitchen hardware, created an impossible blend of intergalactic engineering and human culinary passion. Steam rose from experimental cooking surfaces, carrying aromas that would challenge everything people understood about food. Local food enthusiasts gathered, drawn by mysterious social media posts about an unconventional culinary experience. Nobody knew they were about to encounter their first genuine alien chef. Jae-sung's hands moved with supernatural precision. Ingredients transformed beneath his touch. Korean barbecue techniques merged with alien molecular manipulation created dishes that looked impossible. Flavors danced across taste spectrums humans had never experienced. The first customer approached cautiously. A young photographer named Seok Ho, curious about the unusual truck with its strange technological accents. Jae-sung's multilingual translation device activated smoothly, bridging potential communication gaps. Would you like to experience something extraordinary? Jae-sung's smile carried centuries of culinary knowledge. The first dish emerged, a fusion. Creation combining Earth's barbecue traditions with advanced nutritional engineering. Meat molecules restructured at microscopic levels, creating textures that seemed to change with each bite. Spices danced across flavor profiles in impossible combinations. Seok Ho's first bite triggered a physiological response beyond normal human experience. Taste receptors activated in sequences never before possible. Neural pathways lit up like complex technological networks. Word spread quickly. Social media exploded with images of dishes that looked more like scientific experiments than traditional meals. Each photograph carried hints of something extraordinary, food that seemed alive, dynamic, transformative. Local food critics arrived, initially skeptical. Professional palates trained to distinguish subtle culinary nuances found themselves completely unprepared. These weren't just meals. They were edible stories, cultural experiences compressed into single bites. Nearby food trucks watched in confusion. Their standard offerings seemed suddenly primitive compared to Jae-sung's creations. Customers began forming lines, stretching. Multiple city blocks, waiting for a taste of something truly unique. Technological components hidden within cooking surfaces allowed precise molecular manipulation. Proteins restructured, flavor compounds recombined. Each dish became a living, breathing culinary artwork. Health inspectors arrived, confused by equipment that looked more like advanced scientific research hardware than standard kitchen tools. Jae-sung's documentation, perfectly translated and technologically authenticated, passed every possible regulatory requirement. Local restaurant owners watched with a mixture of fear and fascination. This wasn't competition. This was a complete reimagining of what food could represent. By afternoon, Cosmic Bites had become more than a food truck. It was a cultural phenomenon. People spoke about dishes in reverent tones. Photographs went viral. Food bloggers struggled to describe experiences that defied traditional culinary language. Jae-sung realized he had done more than create a successful business. He had built a bridge between cultures, between species, using the universal language of extraordinary food. Distant communication systems, hidden within his modified research vessel, continued monitoring potential galactic pursuit. But those concerns felt insignificant compared to the culinary revolution happening on this single street corner. Each dish told a story. Each bite represented possibility. Humans were experiencing something beyond mere nutrition. They were connecting with a broader universe through flavor. As evening approached, the line of customers showed no signs of diminishing. People from every background, every age group, every possible cultural context united around something simple yet profound. Great food. The rebellion had found its true home, not in complex technological battles, but in the simple joy of sharing. An extraordinary meal, atmospheric sounds, sizzling cooking surfaces, excited crowd conversations, distant urban background noise.